Hello everybody and welcome to my first Be a GM mode commentary for NHL 13. So basically, this whole series is just going to be me building teams, etc. GM firing off, and we'll start with a 5-year length, okay? So as I start off with 5 years, I'm going to end up picking a team, and then going through 5 years of their general manager stuff and blah 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 blah. So for this GM commentary, I'm going to be picking the Detroit Red Wings because honestly, Detroit is probably one of the best teams I ever watched when I was a kid, with Sergei Fedorov and Lidstrom and Yzerman, and don't mind this sound, it's just a bag. I'm going to just open up a can of Amp Energy drink and drink it while I'm doing this. Alright. So I'm going to pick these guys because I watched a lot of these guys, and back when Osgood was still playing, and Hasek, and all those older goalies, so, I'm not really familiar. We're going to just save it here. We'll put Detroit. There we go. Alright, so we'll just create this new save. I am on the PS3, so I'm not sure if they patched the whole simulating slower on the PS3, because it does simulate quite slow on the PS3 compared to the Xbox version. But yeah. So to begin this, we're not going to start the simulation, which is what I'm doing, everybody. I'm not playing every fucking game because that's unreal. I'm just going to start the simulation around the third video. We are going to take a look at the team and the lines and stuff in this video, and think of a potential moves, stuff like that, because I hate to say it, the Detroit Red Wings are a veteran team, and when these 5 years are up, there's going to be a new GM that takes over, and honestly, that's going to suck if you get a team that's, like 100 years old. So starting with this man, Pavel Datsyuk. Okay, he's a 95 overall, freaking amazing player. I don't know how long he's signed for. 2 years left on his contract. So he's our automatic first line center. We've got Corey Emerton. I am going to look at the stars on these guys. So he's 3 stars. We've got Valtteri Filppula, who is a great second line center, and Darren Helm, who is a good third line center. So overall, our center is basically, we don't have a fourth line center, but I think with Helm and Filppula and even this guy, he's just approaching that fourth line center. But we're gonna just take a quick look through. We don't have anybody that's over perfect. This Kalle Järnkrok is pretty good, but he's not like most players. Alright, now on to left wings. Justin Ablegator, a 78 overall grinder. Drew Miller, another 78 overall grinder. Zetterberg. Okay, one problem with this. Thomas Holmstrom. Jan Murzak can come down. Holmstrom, get up here. Alright, so again, we've got 50-year-olds here. Zetterberg's 30 or so. Okay, now Dick Axelson, he's all right. Depending on his, yeah, he's only 62. So at this guy's like prime, he'd probably be like only a 74 overall. Jan Murzak, he's not bad. He's not badly rated, but he's gonna have to have a few good seasons in the minors. Gustav Nyquist, this guy is 4.5 stars. He's a playmaker left wing, so and only 3 years old. Sorry. So he's gonna definitely come into play in the future. Thomas Tatar, he's 75 overall, a fourth line forward with 4 stars. So again, that guy is gonna come into play. So for left wings, we're pretty bad for the first, first few lines, except for obviously the first, but we should make it up. Now. Todd Bertuzzi. Now, if you guys know who Todd Bertuzzi is, you'll be like, oh, he's dirty, he punches people. And yes, that's why we like Todd. He's a power forward. He's not a bad, aggressive, physical guy. He throws the body a lot. Dan Cleary, he's a good penalty killer. Two-way forward. That's a second liner. He's one of those guys you would keep on the third line, preferably. Patrick Eaves, again, another good. Oh, shit. Sorry, another good third line, two-way forward, penalty killer. Johan Franzen. Now this guy, the Mule, this guy has no hands, but he's got a great defensive game, and we could use him to our advantage. Mikael Samuelsson, another good two-way forward. Not so much defensive as offensive, so he will come into play. Jordan Tutu. Now this guy takes a lot of penalties. He's a good fighter. He's very aggressive. He's one of those guys you put out to hurt people. So overall, you don't want to put Tutu out. So we're going to send Tutu down. We're also going to send Eaves down. Alright, now Damian Brunner. This guy I've never heard of. He's a 60 overall. How old is he? 26 years old. In his prime, 4 stars. So his 4 stars won't last that long. Mitch Callahan, only 2.5. Eaves, of course. Ferk. This guy, he's got green stars, so he's already guaranteed like a 70 overall or so. But you know what? I wouldn't mind trading this guy because his trading value is going to be high. Now, the rest, this guy, Timu Palkinen, he's a sniper, 66 overall, 3.5 stars, so he's not that good again. So now we're in defense. Now, Carlo Koliakovo, he's a two-way defenseman. He's good defensively. He is a good defensive defenseman, you know what I mean? He's good offensively as well. Jonathan Eriksson. Now this guy, only 77 overall, 3.250, 28 years old. So this guy is a good defensive player, okay? Don't get me wrong. He's good at depth, etc., etc., etc. But he is definitely a good defenseman. Now, if we could re-sign him for lower, I mean, that would be great, but I don't see it. Jakob Kindle, again, this guy is a little, we'll get to him, he belongs down there. Nicholas Cronwall, now this guy, a top 2 defenseman, 2AD, this guy I would love to keep a hold on. He's 31 years old, and he is good all over the place. Nicholas Cronwall, 31 years old, we could use until he's, like 33, 34. So around that year 2, year 3 mark, we may look into trading him. Kyle Quincy, a 2AD, good shot, good defensive, well disciplined. So this guy is not a bad player. Brandon Smith. I've never heard of this guy, but he's 4 stars. 2-way D again. So they, the Detroit team is more defensive. If you haven't noticed, like they go for D, they go for all that. Ian White, another 2-way D, very good offensively, defensively. They want power on both sides of the puck, which, I mean, that's perfect. That is perfect. Now, oh god, all right. So me being a Leafs fan, I know what this guy's all about. Jonas Gustafsson. Now this guy is crap. Don't ever play him. Jimmy Howard, on the other hand, he is good. He's a pretty solid goaltender, so you know what? He's not that bad to have in between the pipes. I don't know how long we have him for, another year, so we're going to have to re-sign him this year, but hopefully Howard does well. Now, for depth goaltending, we have none. We have none. You know what I mean? So we're going to just do best lines for right now. Next video we're going to take a look at who we can acquire to help this team. Right now we're looking at probably getting rid of we need to get some young guns. We need to get a guy like you know, Taylor Hall or something to help forge our future. So guys, in the next video, we'll be doing that. I'll see you guys there. This is Knights Gaming 32 signing out.